And welcome everyone to the MSL Season 2 Platinum Division Grand Finals. We are here on this fancy new map. Check this out. It's got snow and like ramps and watchtowers that are right next to each other. It looks kind of like I'm kind of seeing an owl in the minimap. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that. It's kind of what I'm seeing over there. Regardless, this is a new map, one that I've actually just barely seen. And it's actually quite exciting. A really important thing to note here is there's a backdoor expansion, but there's ice in the way. There's also ice in the way of here, and the thing to know about ice is that it has less hit points than destructible rocks. These are 2,000 hit points instead of 3. So, random factoid. Up here in the top center, yeah, we're going to say just top of the map, we have the red Protoss player who went up very quick 3-0 in this series, but lost the last game to an impressive play. This is, of course, EQBisu. He played last season under the Code S, under the Code S division. Code S at that time included Masters, Diamond, and Platinum, and that's a pretty broad range. And so EQBisu dropped himself down into the Platinum division, but is proving himself a worthy opponent, as he's clearly here in the Grand Finals in the lead. His opponent down here, one of the only players, not one of the only players to play EQBisu, but the only one to meet up with him twice. This is the green Zerg player, Balefire. So we have Balefire with a pool first build here on this map. This is a really large map. It's got a lot of weird passageways. It's actually one I'm not super familiar with. I watched my first games on it today in the WCS Europe League, the round of 32, which, spoiler alerts, for those of you that like TLO, I think you might be a little bit sad as he got eliminated in the round of 32, which is ridiculous. I also think Naniwa got eliminated in the round of 32. So if none of you, follow professional Starcraft, it's fine. I kind of recommend that you watch it because it's super exciting. But there's also a really big difference here from both sides, actually, in the fact that EQBisu is not going for his standard Nexus. Nexus is the first or second building that I build opening. There's no forward pylon. There's just going to be another one, and oh, this is going down. This could be a 4-gate. This could exactly be a 4-gate. It looks like he might be hiding a pylon. No, he's not quite. Doesn't want to throw that down yet. The drone here looking pretty confused. It's got these two lings. Wants to know what to do with them. I think taking those watchtowers would be excellent. Looks like he's going to... Nope, just drive through that one. So, things to watch for when you're looking for a 4-gate. You want to see lots of energy on the Nexus, which is what we have. Usually you'd see Chrono boosting on the Warp Gate, which we're not seeing, so perhaps that's not what we're going to see. It looks like he's actually wanting to take that expansion. Okay, so it was a very old school, actually, style play. It was not a gateway expand. It was a one base, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It was just a single gateway and a cybernetics core. All that did was allow him to get those sentries and stalkers out a little bit sooner. He does have additional gas income, as he's got both of those there. And what he's probably going to do is, if he's like most players nowadays, he'll spend that extra gas on sentries with that warp gate, or gateway at this point in time, in order to get up his mineral reserves, so then he can do something like take another base, spend more on gateways, do something like that while still having that army. The other thing is that this natural is a decent size and width, but the important thing is that the Nexus is so close to the front. This means that with Photon Overcharge, with this fast mothership core, he can actually, the Nexus can actually be a part of every single engagement. So something to note there. Still, I'd like to see some better creep spread out of Balefire. He does have the supply lead at this point in time. He's got a little bit of a worker lead, but his army is going to start getting much smaller sometime soon. And he's actually just killing 3 of his drones right now, so the worker lead is shrinking. Some lings on the map. I'd rather see some at the watchtowers, maybe get some out in the front of the base. I love to see just keeping units like right here, or even just poking around, just giving them some threat, especially against Zerg opponents. Actually, if you just keep units outside of creep and on their range of vision, it actually makes them build lots of things that aren't drones, which is a good thing in the long run. This is one of those overlords that we talked about before. The Suicider overlords is trying to figure out what the heck is going on. He did see that expansion. He knows that no attack is coming. He did get those 3 bases up. This is, I think, what Balefire has been wanting to do this whole time. He's got that additional queen out, spreading that creep. Could be mining that gas. Not going to worry about mining gas right now. It's fine. We only need a little bit. Do we have layers almost done? He's starting to bank some gas. He's starting to saturate. He's got 3 more there. I think we might see a Spire coming up immediately. There's no Roach Warren. There's nothing else that he's really going to need gas for. He is super supply blocked, as he just got, he just sent in some to look for some scouting information. So it's a little bit annoying, but it is totally on purpose. I do believe, of course, if he could have gotten away without losing that, he would have been pretty happy. So we'll see what's happening. We have additional workers there. Oh, the Hydra Den. He feels like last game everything went really well because he did Roach Hydra, so that's what we're going to see again. In the meantime, EQBisu, additional gateways. We still don't see any really revealing tech. We do have a robotics facility, not a robotics support bay or a Colossi Den. They look kind of like Hydralisk Den. I don't really know why. They seem to make sense to say it's a Colossi Den. It's a weird amalgamation of words. We do have... Wait a minute. Did he stop probe production? Did he intentionally stop probe production? Is he all-inning? This is a long time to go in the middle of a game without probe production. I think he's actually going to be all-inning. Totally on purpose. He's going to do something that he did not do earlier on in the series. He's now using that unit that he previously hated, the Mothership Core, and he's going to utilize the art of mass recall with Immortals and Sentries. And he's going to go attack, and then if he gets in an ugly position, he's just going to recall his way out. I think that's going to do a lot of damage here. Also really confused by the base selection from Balefire and the fact that he's super close on supply again, and there's still no units and gas there. I feel like that's... Okay, there. Now workers and gas. I feel like if you're going Hydra, you need all the gas you can get all the time. We do have double ups going down. We have speed. We have nothing else. We have another macro hatch. That's something we've seen consistently. He's going to need to get a whole bunch of units out here real quick, though, or this is going to end very, very quickly. There's no static defense here. There is going to be a little bit more creep spread. Perhaps. I think he's going to... no, just going in attack. No more creep spread. This queen is going to die. This base is going to die. There's not enough units here. What does he build in reaction? We've got 6 more Hydras. He doesn't have enough Overlords to do much of anything else, so he's actually stuck on that number of units for a little while. The army size... Ooh, is it going to just run away? That's actually not a bad idea. Pick off a base, cost you nothing. Or is he going to start reinforcing? I have this feeling, yeah, we're going to see a lot more reinforcements. There's the additional Overlords on their way out. Now there's more Hydras coming out. I just don't know if they're going to land in time. Land, hatch, evolve, spawn. Choose your pick. This ramp here could be important to try to hold. This queen's going to go down immediately, though. That had a lot of energy for transfuses. And the positioning here is actually really bad for Balefire. Everything was all in one big clump. The force field's here doing a great job. He's going to be able to get away with most of those. He lost one Roach. And there's a drone that just really, really wants to mine. I love minerals. No, don't go out and engage. Don't go out and engage. You need to attack at the top of that choke. You have range units. They have melee ones. I don't think this is going to go well at all. I think that EQBisu is probably just going to stomp this here. Although the Mothership Core has been lost, I just don't think there's enough to defend. We do have 10 more Roaches on their way. You needed to be engaging in a big concave up here, not in a big straight line. This was, I think, a little bit of a blunder. Although this little pause that he has here, I like this. It's never too late to try to start building those. It will go down, but it absorbs shots in the meantime. It's not a bad idea. The queens here should be used to transfuse. All that energy on those Hydras would be super useful. Force fields here. not super important as there's no more Zealots. The Hydra's here actually doing a decent amount of damage, and Hydra's not bad against Immortals. He might be able to hold this. I think he needs to pull drones. If he pulled drones, I think he could hold this. And I don't think he's gonna pull drones. I think he's just gonna die. Oh, that's so sad. But it looks like this hatchery is gonna go down. All the drones. If you pulled the drones there, you could get some damage in. And it looks like instead it's gonna throw down the GG. Well played. So it's a good game. Well played for those of you that don't speak Starcraft ease. Very good manners. Excellent games all around. And I feel like the games are actually pretty close. As worthy of a grand finals. So congratulations EQBisu as you take the series 4-1, and congratulations Balefire, you did something you'd previously not done. You took a game off of EQBisu and showed that you've got some excellent skill in there, and I wish you both the best of luck here in Season 3. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Thumbs up, share, watch repeatedly, something like that. Enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you come and watch some more stuff again. Thanks. Have a good night.